Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So in the 5th canto of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Shukadeva Goswami tells Parikshit a little bit about Vāman and Bali Maharaj, just a little bit. And then he says, later I will explain more detail. So in the 8th canto, I think 7 chapters deals with the whole Leela of Vāman and Bali Maharaj. So, you all know about the churning of the ocean of milk. How there was a great struggle. I mentioned Mohini Murti. And so after the demons were all cheated practically from getting any nectar, again there was a big fight. And because the demigods had gotten the elixir of immortality by the mercy of Mohini Murti, they easily defeated the demons. And one of those demons who was killed, his name was Kalanemi. And he appears as who? Kamsa. Because Narada told him, Kamsa, you were a demon in your last life, as you are now. And Lord Vishnu killed you. And guess what? He's going to come and kill you again. In the form of Krishna. Yes. What's that word? Krishna. Very good. So that was the time, that battle on the shore of the ocean of milk. So many demons were killed, including Bali. But there is one great Brahman. He's called in the Bhagavad Gita, Ushana. Krishna says in his Vibhuti chapter, I am thinkers, I am Ushana. That is who? Shukracharya. And Prabhupada makes a joke. Shukra means what?
Thank you.
No. Semen. He's a Semenacharya. So this Shukracharya, he was able to revive Bali and many of the demons, brought them back to life. So naturally, Bali and the demons, they're going to now follow. He brought them back to life. He's that power. Wouldn't you love someone like that today? He would be the richest. Well, everybody would be, yes, we'll worship you. Just bring us back to life. Unfortunately, there's no Shukracharya, any such Brahman in the age of Kali. No es posible. So the demons headed by Bali, he's their king. And his grandfather is who? Prahlad. Yes. And Lord Nrsimha told Prahlad, after he killed Hiranyakashipu, one of the many benedictions that Prahlad got, the Lord said, I will never kill anyone else in your dynasty. And the Lord kept his promise. He didn't kill Bali. And later, Bali's, grandson was a demon known as Banasura in Krishna Leela. And he had how many arms? 1,000. And even now, who was Banasura's worshipable deity? Lord Shiva. He's the one who gave him that benediction. And what was his seva? What was Banasura's seva? Huh? Banasura did a service for Lord Shiva. What would be that service? If he has 1,000 arms, what does Lord Shiva like to do? Right, Lord Shiva likes to dance. So if somebody has 1,000 arms, they can play lots of drums, can't they? So he used to play, and Banasura was one of Lord Shiva's pet sons, so to speak. He was very... So when there was the fight, because Banasura's daughter, what was her name? Usha. She fell in love with who? Who is what? Grandson, yes. She had a dream, and they were, well, I can't, it's not appropriate. But, yes, it was a special kind of dream every young girl likes to have. I'll leave it at that. So, Banasura captured Aniruddha. And then Krishna and the Yadu dynasty, they had to save Aniruddha. There was a big fight. And Lord Shiva had to take the side of his disciple, Banasura. So it seems Krishna did not want to actually fight Lord Shiva. So what did he do? When Krishna was fighting against Lord Shiva, what did Krishna do? No, before that, what did he do? He put him to sleep. The yawning, Krishna has so many weapons. One weapon was the yawning weapon. Just like in temples. You know what the best yawning weapon is? Om Namo Bhagavate. And what's the best wake-up prayer? Sharira Vidyajal. Well, everybody's awake. But Om Namo Bhagavate. Oh, now Maharaj is going to give a 10-hour class. Okay. So, he put Lord Shiva to sleep so they didn't have to fight. But then later, Lord Shiva sent his weapon known as Shiva Dwar. What kind of weapon is that? Yes, how many heads? 3. See, 3 heads. But what kind of weapon did Krishna use to counter? Narayan Dwar, and that is what? Cold. So the Shiva Dwar was defeated. The Shiva Dwar begged shelter. He was given. So finally the fight was between Krishna and Banasura, but Lord Shiva could not protect him. So Krishna did not kill Banasura. What did he do instead? Cut off how many arms? 996. He left him 4. And he said, I had to take this away because he was too puffed up. I left him with 4. He didn't kill him because he said, I promised in your dynasty, I would never kill again. So, Shukracharya revived all the demons, and Shukracharya and the descendants, the Brahmins, they did all kinds of sacrifices, and now Bali and all the demons are super powerful because they have the blessings of the Brahmanas. So if you want to be powerful, get the blessings of the Brahmins and the Vaishnavas. Then you will become super powerful. So, Bali Maharaj and all the demons, they have all this power. So one day Indra wakes up and he looks out his courtyard and he sees Bali and millions of soldiers. And there's a description by Shukadeva Goswami of the capital city of Indra, Indrapuri. And it says there, just like our street here, asphalt, right? Huh? But the street is made of what? Asphalt. Very stinky, toxic thing, right? So, Indra's capital, the streets are made of diamonds, lapis lazuli, rubies. See the difference between heaven and earth? Quality is different. But Indra looked out and he's surrounded. And there is Bali right outside the gates with millions of soldiers. So Indra is intelligent. What should you do when you have a problem too big to solve? Who should you go see? Huh? I can't hear you. You got to speak loud. No, you can go see Krishna. Oh, you're Lord Brahma. You can go see. If you have a problem, who should you go to? Guru, yes. You can't go to, where's Krishna on my cell phone? Hey, speed dial. No, you're not on that platform. Practically, you have to go to your guru. So who's Indra's guru? Brihaspati. What planet is Brihaspati ruling? Those who are astrologers. Anybody know? You know. No. Jupiter. Yeah, not Saturn. Saturn is inauspicious. Jupiter is very favorable for brahmanas. Just like those in astrology. When you hit your Jupiter period and you're a devotee, very nice. Things go very easy. I was in my Jupiter period from about the age of 6 till I was 19. So my schooling, my high school, everything was easy. But after Jupiter, what's the next period? Saturn. Not so good. Saturn means subservient, slave, work hard. Not so nice. And then that's followed by Mercury. Another nice, good period for Brahmins and devotees in this way. So they went to Brihaspati and they said, what should we do? Brihaspati told them, no way that you're going to defeat the demons now, because they have the blessings of Shukracharya and all the Brahmins. Don't fight them now. Go hide yourselves. Later, when the time is right, then you'll be able to defeat the demons. Not now. Go and hide yourselves. So they did that. They listened to their guru. That's important. Don't go to a guru and not do what he says. Just like don't go to a doctor, spend your money and go, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Why did you go to the doctor? Guru is your spiritual or religious doctor. Don't waste his time or your time. I've had so much experience with this. People have asked me, Guruji, Swamiji, Prabhuji, I tell them what to do and they don't do it. So they waste my time and their time. Don't do that. Be smart. If the guru tells you, don't do this, don't do it. Like that. So, with the demigods gone, Bali Maharaj is sitting on the throne of Indra. Very, very unusual. Right? The king of the demons is sitting on the throne of heaven. So what happens next? Who is the mother of Indra? Aditi. And it's very interesting. Her husband is, and we all heard very recently, the night of Janmashtami. What did Krishna tell Vasudeva and Devaki? That this is the third time I am appearing as your son. And he specifically said, previously you were Kashyapa and Aditi, and I was your son, Vāmana. So it all ties in here. This is the incident. So Aditi is very, very morose, because her sons, the demigods, are now not ruling. They're not in their homes. They're hiding themselves. So Kashyapa has been away performing austerities and penances. He was in samadhi. And so after some time, he came back to his ashram. And when he came back to his ashram, he could tell something is not right. Can I have one of those delicious drinks too? We're all the same. Thank you. Is it tutti frutti?
Yeah, pretty much.
Tutti frutti ki jai. So, Kashyapa looked at the ashram and could tell something's wrong. So he approached his wife Aditi and asked her, why is everything looking morose? Why are you morose? Why is everything looking not good? So she explained, my sons, they are now hiding themselves. Bali Maharaj is sitting on the throne. Please do something so that my sons can regain their position. Every mother would act the same way. The mother always is thinking of the welfare of the children. So it's not an unusual request. But Kashyapa, he is Rishi, and he is not fazed by any kind of material thing. So what does Kashyapa say in reply? The whole world is bound by affection for children. He tries to preach to her to be detached, but you cannot preach to a woman to be detached from her family unless you're Kunti. But for Kunti to get to that stage, she had to go through a lot, because it was at the end where she said, sever my tie of affection. So for a woman to become detached from her family, not going to happen. Remember that, men. Remember that. Even Sati and Shiva. Shiva warned her, don't go to your father, because if he says something negative, that is going to be worse than death. You can take an arrow from your enemy, but a harsh word from a relative, that stays and stings long time. Did she listen? Nope. She did not listen. So Kashyapa said, okay, I will satisfy your desire. And he said, if you perform this vow, the Supreme Lord will satisfy your desire. So that vow was known as Payovrat. 12 days worshiping the Lord and living only by drinking milk for 12 days. So she did that, and sure enough, the Lord appeared to her in his four-arm form. And then Aditi nicely, at first she was somewhat stunned, but then she offered her prayers. Just like when Krishna appeared, Vasudeva offered his prayers, and then Devaki offered her prayers, and then Krishna spoke in response to their prayers. So Aditi offered her prayers, and the Lord said, yes, I am going to fulfill your desire, but don't tell anyone. The exact words of the Lord was, that which is very confidential is successful if kept secret. But Yudhishthira ruined it. What did Yudhishthira do? How did he curse women?
Because Kunti didn't tell the truth. Karna was his son.
And therefore, what did he curse?
He cannot hide anything.
You cannot keep a secret. We used to have a joke in ISKCON. Never tell a phone, never telegraph, never tell a woman. So, Lord Vishnu is telling Aditi, what I have just told you, that I'm going to come, I'm going to become your son, and I will help you. Shh. Secret. Secret. So very much like in Krishna Leela, when Devaki was having Krishna in her womb, the demigods came invisibly and they were offering prayers to Krishna in the womb. Very nice section of Bhagavatam, the prayers of the demigods to Krishna in the womb. So in the same way, Kasyapa was, and Vishnu said to Aditi, I'm going to become your son because of the austerities of your husband. Very significant. So husbands, we are to be austere and saintly. Then we can have auspiciousness for our wives. Not, the husband should not think, yeah, my wife can go to temple, my wife can do puja, me, I'm going to do something. No, 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 no. The husband also has to be religious. Right, Kamlesh? Not you, yeah, you can go to temple. I'm going to watch cricket. The husband also has to be religious and pious and not a rascal. Yes. So that's what Krishna said. I'm going to become your son because of the austerities of your husband. So Brahma and the demigods also came to Aditi and they offered prayers. And then on this day, which is also known as Vijaya Dwadasi, Vijaya Dwadasi, that is today. And what time did he appear? What's that? 12 noon. Abhijit. 12 noon. That's like maybe some of you read on Facebook. My father passed away on Radhashtami 12:05. So Krishna answered my prayers. Because we knew it was just, he was not going to last the year. So in the beginning of the year, I was praying to Krishna, please deliver my father. I had no idea that he was going to answer my prayer in that way. Radhashtami, 12:05. So he definitely answered my prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. We'll take a break here.